Gaming monitors hit a sweet spot in 2026. OLED panels that used to cost a fortune are now genuinely affordable. 4K is running at 240 Hz, and the fastest screens have pushed past 500. But the perfect monitor for a competitive shooter is not the perfect monitor for a cinematic single-player epic, and the one with the best spec sheet is rarely the one most people should buy. We tested the 6 that actually matter, scored them on what you'll feel in-game, and matched each to the player it fits best. Prices are shown in euros and dollars. Let's get into it. Before we rank anything, here's how we judged. 4 things genuinely decide how good a gaming monitor feels. First, picture quality, the panel type, contrast, and color that make games look alive. Second, speed, refresh rate, and response time, which decide how fluid and responsive everything feels. Third, HDR, brightness, and how much punch high dynamic range content actually has. And fourth, value, whether the price matches what you get. A spec sheet can dazzle. These 4 are what you feel in every session, and they're how we scored all 6. Starting at the top, our best overall pick, the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27UCWMG. It's the monitor reviewers keep crowning the best all-rounder, and once you game on it, the reason is obvious. This is the monitor that finally stops asking you to compromise. It marries a razor-sharp 4K resolution with a blistering 240 Hz refresh on a QD-OLED panel, so it's equally at home in a fast shooter and a cinematic single-player game. For most people, this is the one to beat. The spec sheet is loaded. A 27-inch QD-OLED panel delivers perfect blacks and vivid color at 4K, running at 240 Hz. ASUS adds its extreme low-motion blur tech, full Dolby Vision HDR support, and crucially a DisplayPort 2.1 connection, so it has the bandwidth to actually drive 4K at high refresh from a modern graphics card. The standout is that combination nobody used to offer: full 4K sharpness and a 240 Hz refresh on a self-lit OLED panel. You get the pixel density for crisp detail, the speed for fluid competitive play, and the perfect blacks of OLED all at once. DisplayPort 2.1 is the quiet hero that makes it possible without compression. So what do we love? A stunning 4K QD-OLED picture running at 240 Hz. DisplayPort 2.1 and Dolby Vision HDR future-proof it properly. And at 27 inches, the pixel density is razor-sharp for both gaming and desktop work. It's not cheap and it's not effortless to run. This is premium pricing for a 27-inch screen, and 4K at 240 Hz is genuinely demanding. To feed it properly, you'll want a powerful, recent graphics card. Bottom line, if you want one monitor that does everything brilliantly, competitive speed and cinematic beauty, the PG27UCWMG is it. For most gamers, this is the smart pick. If you want to be swallowed by the game, here's the ASUS ROG Strix XG32UCWMG. It takes the same 4K, 240 Hz formula and blows it up to a glorious 32 inches. 27 inches is the safe choice. 32 is the immersive one. This monitor uses an LG WOLED panel to deliver a big, enveloping 4K picture that's brilliant for cinematic games and a genuinely productive creative canvas, without giving up the speed serious gamers need. It's a 32-inch, that's about 81 centimeters, 4K WOLED panel, and it has a clever dual mode. Run it as 4K at 240 Hz for everyday play, or flip it to Full HD at 480 Hz when you want maximum speed in a competitive shooter. You get OLED's perfect blacks either way, plus a panel large enough to double as a creative canvas. The standout is that dual mode. Most monitors force a choice between resolution and refresh. This one lets you have both, just not at the same time. Cinematic single player, 4K at 240 Hz, ranked shooter. One tap drops to Full HD and unleashes 480 Hz. Getting all that on a 32-inch 4K OLED for around $800 is genuinely remarkable value. What we love, a huge, immersive 32-inch 4K OLED picture. The dual mode gives you both cinematic 4K and blistering Full HD speed. And at around €800, it's astonishing value for a 32-inch 4000 OLED. The trade-offs, it uses a WOLED panel, so colors are a touch less saturated than the QD-OLED screens here. And driving 32 inches of 4K at high refresh is demanding. To get the most from it, you'll want a strong, recent graphics card. Bottom line, a 32-inch 4000 OLED with a 480Hz speed mode for around €800 is a steal. If you want big screen immersion and competitive speed in one, the XG32UCWMG is the one. For sim racers, flight fans, and cinematic single-player gamers, here's the MSI MPG 341CQR X36, our best ultra-wide. It wraps the game around you in a way no flat 16:9 screen can. Ultrawide is a different way to play. That extra horizontal real estate puts more of the world on screen, more track ahead, more cockpit around you, more of a cinematic vista. The 341CQR pairs that 21:9 shape with the latest QD-OLED panel tech, and the result is genuinely immersive. It's a 34-inch, around 86 centimeters, curved ultrawide using Samsung's 5th-generation QD-OLED panel, running at a fast 360 Hz. The new Gen 5 panel adds an RGB stripe subpixel layout, which finally sharpens text clarity, historically a weak spot for QD-OLED desktops, and pushes brightness higher than before. The standout is that 5th-generation panel. Earlier QD-OLED ultrawides looked gorgeous in games but slightly fuzzy on text. The new RGB stripe layout fixes that, so it's sharp on the desktop and stunning in-game. Add 360 Hz speed and a curved 21:9 canvas, and immersion has never looked this clean. What we love, a deeply immersive 34-inch ultra-wide canvas. The new Gen 5 QD-OLED panel finally delivers sharp text alongside gorgeous games, and 360 Hz keeps it fast even for competitive play. The trade-offs, a 21:9 ultra-wide isn't ideal for pure esports, where many pros prefer a smaller 16:9. And like any wide, high-refresh panel, it asks for real GPU headroom to drive every pixel. Bottom line, if you live in single-player worlds, sims, or racing games, the 341CQR's ultra-wide immersion is hard to give up. For surround view gaming, it's the one. Now the one most of you should actually buy, the MSI MAG 272 UP QD-OLED. It delivers the headline 4000 OLED experience for noticeably less, and that's exactly what makes it our value champion. Here's the reality. The flagship monitors charge a steep premium for extras most people never use. The MAG 272 UP strips back the frills and keeps what matters, the same kind of 4K QD-OLED panel at 240 Hz, at a price that undercuts the competition. It's the most affordable route into a genuine 4000 OLED desktop. Look at the sheet against the price. A 27-inch QD-OLED panel, perfect blacks, 4K resolution, 240 Hz refresh, the same core experience as monitors costing far more. You give up some flagship extras and there's no Dolby Vision, but the picture you actually look at is flagship grade. The standout isn't a single feature, it's the value equation. You get the exact panel technology that makes the flagship special, 4K QD-OLED at 240 Hz, without paying for the premium badge and the extras. For the picture per euro, nothing else here comes close, which is why it's our value pick. What we love, the most affordable 4000 QD-OLED in the guide. It keeps the full 4K resolution at 240 Hz, and the picture quality genuinely matches monitors costing hundreds more. The compromises are minor. You get fewer extras than the ROG flagship, simpler stand, fewer features, and there's no Dolby Vision support. For the price, those are easy to accept. Bottom line, on pure picture per euro, the MAG 272 UP is the smart buy. For most people who want real 4000 OLED without overspending, this is the one. If you play to win, here's the Alienware A2525M, our esports pick. It throws the fancy panel tech aside and focuses on the one thing competitive players care about most: raw speed. Competitive shooters are a different world. They're a smaller screen you can take in at a glance, and an ultra-high refresh rate beat a big, beautiful panel every time. The A2525M is purpose-built for that, fast, focused, and priced, so you don't pay for features that don't help you win. It's a 25-inch, about 64 centimeters, fast IPS panel running at a blistering 320 Hz. The resolution is 1680 by 1080, kept deliberately low so frame rates stay sky-high and every pixel is in your central vision. HDR is basic, because this monitor is a competitive tool, not a cinematic showcase. The standout is pure responsiveness. At 320 Hz, motion is preternaturally smooth and input feels instant, which in a fast shooter genuinely translates to seeing enemies a fraction sooner. The compact 25-inch size keeps the whole frame in your vision, so nothing happens at the edges that you miss. For competition, that's what matters. What we love, a blistering 320 Hz refresh for the smoothest, most responsive competitive play. A compact 25-inch screen that keeps everything in view, and speed-first pricing that won't break the bank. The trade-offs are by design. It's a 1080p IPS panel, so it's not the OLED stunner the others are, and HDR is basic. If you mostly play story-driven, visually rich games, the OLED picks will please you far more. Bottom line, if competitive shooters are your life and frames win games, the A2525M is the tool. For esports, speed beats spectacle, and this delivers it. Finally, for anyone on a budget, the ASUS Q27G3 XMN, and it punches astonishingly far above its price. This is the best gaming monitor under $300 by a wide margin. Cheap monitors usually mean flat, washed-out HDR. The Q27G3 XMN breaks that rule. Instead of OLED, it uses a mini-LED backlight with hundreds of local dimming zones, the technology that gives premium TVs their punch, at a price that's almost hard to believe. It's a 27-inch 1440p panel running at 180 Hz. The headline is the mini-LED backlight, 336 dimming zones and peak brightness around 1300 nits, so HDR highlights genuinely pop. For around €270, that level of HDR was unthinkable a couple of years ago. The standout is real HDR at a budget price. Mini LED with 336 dimming zones lets it brighten highlights and darken shadows independently across the screen, so explosions and sunlight actually dazzle, instead of the flat fake HDR you usually get this cheap. For the money, the impact is genuinely remarkable. What we love, genuine mini-LED HDR for under $300, 336 dimming zones, and around 1300 nits give real punch. And a sharp 27-inch 1440p panel at 180 Hz is plenty fast for most gamers. The trade-offs, it's not an OLED, so blacks aren't quite perfect, and you'll occasionally spot a little blooming, a faint halo around bright objects on dark backgrounds. For the price, those are very minor complaints. Bottom line, if you want real HDR impact without spending OLED money, the Q27G3 XMN is the one. It's the budget champion of 2026 by a clear margin. Side by side, the picture gets clear. The ASUS ROG is the no-compromise all-rounder, 4000, fast and gorgeous. The XG32UCWMG supersizes that to 32 inches of immersion. The MSI 341CQR wraps you in an ultra-wide canvas for sims and single player. The MAG 272UP gives you that 4000 OLED magic for far less. The Alienware A2525M trades looks for blistering competitive speed, and the ASUS Q27G3 XMN delivers real mini-LED HDR for under $300. There's no wrong answer, only the right one for how you play and what you can spend. So here's the simple way to decide. Want the best all-rounder with zero compromises? The ASUS ROG chasing big screen immersion, the 32-inch XG32UCWMG, live in sims, racing, or single-player worlds, the ultrawide MSI 341CQR, want real 4000 OLED for less, the MAG 272UP every time, competitive shooters where frames win games. The Alienware A2525M, and if you're on a budget but still want real HDR punch, the ASUS Q27G3 XMN is built for you. And that's our complete 2026 gaming monitor guide, the duotall ASUS ROG-27UCDM, the immersive XG32UCWMG, the ultrawide MSI 341CQR, the unbeatable value MAG 272UP, the lightning-fast Alienware A2525M, and the budget champion ASUS Q27G3 XMN. Up-to-date prices in euros and dollars, plus links to all 6, are in the description below. Which one fits your setup? Let us know in the comments and subscribe, because we publish a fresh buyer's guide every single week.